So yeah, we back. We are plus minus a member. The plus is Mad Vic. The minus is Juju. But Juju's always with us in spirit. So he will come back for like a guest episode here or there. And Poppy is living his best life. So you know what? I ain't mad or anything by any reason whatsoever. So in terms of Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel, I binged both of those bitches very aggressively within a week. I was working.
Oh yeah, I just finished it like 10 minutes ago.
It's good, right? It's a good show. Good shows. Sage, Hazbin Hotel or Helluva Boss? Which one? Which one are we starting with first?
Well, I haven't really watched the hotel one. I
Okay.
know the gist of it because,
Okay.
your boy
Okay.
couldn't go to Katsu uneducated, but we'll we'll start off with the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, because I actually didn't watch Hell of a Boss. I only watched the hotel. Yeah.
Ooh, Helluva Boss is so much faster for you to go through, so that's fine. So I'll carry the episode then, I guess. All right, so you like musicals, you like cartoons, you like adult humor, adult topics. You're gonna like Hazbin Hotel. Personally, I think that this cast is very wonderful and colorful. Right, you have Charlie, the offspring of the king of hell, and Lilith is her mom. So that's hold on. So season 2 is going to be very interesting. Vaggie, which is voiced by Rosa. For those of you that have seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Stephanie Beatrice.
Yes,
The moment I heard it,
that.
it was like
Literally, I noticed that from the first word she said. She literally uttered a word, and I was like, Rosa? Rosa? Is this Rosa?
in my head when I started watching, I was like, Rosa, Rosa. I was like, yo, it's a wrap. She's here. She's everywhere. Let's continue. And honestly, I was a little bit kind of taken back from like why her character had the X over the I until like it was a little bit explained. I was like, this makes sense now. Angel Dust, Alistor, right?
Angel Dust is my favorite. Do not shit on him.
Oh no, I'm not shitting on him, but it's like I was getting the. Hold on.
Well, do you want me to take over?
Oh no, hold on. Let me fix my mic. I might have to lower my thing because it's really right outside. But Angel Dust was reminding me of this particular adult film star. Sage, you might know her. Where she started doing content and then she stopped, and then every podcasting that she's been on since, she's like, oh my god, you're selling your body to the government to like go and join the Navy or whatever. It's like worse than selling
I saw
your
that.
Yeah. Sage, do you know who I'm talking about? So I'm not here. Yes, cool.
Yeah, I already know.
So I feel like she is Angel Dust, kind of, right? Even though Angel Dust is played by a dude, but like kind of that like motivation ideology. I'm like, this was taken from that podcast clip that like surfaced for like years. I ain't talking shit. I do enjoy Angel Dust, but I feel like of all the stories, his is the most tragic. But I also feel like he needs therapy for a variety of reasons. Alistor, right? The Mr. Radio Demon himself.
No, he's my favorite.
It's his voice for me. That's all. That's like, it's like Sebastian from Black Butler. I keep on going back. Well, for Black Butler, it's different because I only go back for Sebastian. I don't go back for anyone else. I go back for Sebastian. But Alistor, it's like whenever he's there, he's like, "Ooh, he commanded the room." Yes, and he's like, "Well, let's make a deal." I'm like, "Ooh, but we ain't doing no." She's I think it was episode 3 where they do the commercial. He's like, "Oh, I'll make a deal." She's like, "I'm not giving you my soul. You think I'm stupid? You think I was born at night, or I was born at night, just not last night?" And he's like, "No, not for your soul. Just for the fact that you can't ask me to do this shit again. We'll do it. It'll be the best thing you've ever seen, but don't ask me again. Okay, done. I was like, oh shit. This is awesome. Nifty. Nifty was weird for me. Like, I ain't mad. But she's like cleaning. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm here with you. And then right at the end, she like stabs at him. I'm like, where did you pull this crazy Latina from? Because Mira, I turned the corner. She was nowhere. I turn again. There she is, and she wins. I'm like, okay. What do you mean she was there? Where was she this entire time? She was like, oh, I was cleaning. I saw the fight. I waited. Stab. Whoever gave her coffee, take it back. Husk to me with Angel Dust. Their like kind of frenemy like bromance thing was perfect. Just in like all, especially the I forget the song that they did, but like they're leaving the bar, and he starts singing to him, and he's like, "Oh, you feel like everything's hopeless, but like you're a loser." I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, whoa, this back and forth here is getting really aggressive. But I forget his name. It's not Andre Bauer. That's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, he's just been in so much. Princess and the Frog. The I was gonna say the black guy. That's not helpful. The dude that does the deals. Yeah, that's him. I forget his name. I'll find his name in a second. They show Cherry Bomb here as like an important character. I don't remember her at all. Like at all. But Sir Pentious, he annoyed me. Every second of every minute of everything, he annoyed me. And then right at the end, I was like, wait, what? Huh? And I was like, okay, that's fine. Let me see if I can actually find his voice actor, because his voice actor did a great job, by the way.
But his character itself, if you think about it, he was a really good character because he is annoying. But if you think about it, he was really bad at being bad. Like
Yeah.
overall, like if you notice, kind of like I feel like that's like in the end when that happened at the end, like and he just like appeared in the meeting with the angels is because he was already bad at being bad, and he decided to just do a selfless act at the end, which like helped him out. But I feel like that was always gonna be him because he was not that good at being a bad. Like he literally right when first of all he started at the hotel to be a spy. He got found out day one. He's already that bad. Like he
Screw
didn't
day
even
one.
last
He
a
was
day.
found out within 5 minutes.
He was literally found out like like within an hour. Like he was like really bad. So I feel like that because the characters itself, I tried also digging a little bit before we were gonna film because I had just finished watching it, and they were mentioning how every character really is dense in their own personality, which I do believe and I do like. Like for example, how you said like Nifty, I like she's like kind of like your psycho friend. Like she really is like your psycho friend because she was like like you said like she stabbed at him because she was like, well, like why are you all shocked? Like you just said I could just stab anyone I saw. Like what do you mean? Like stab stab stab. And she was like that little crazy like that friend that like when you're in a group, that friend that wanders off and does the crazy stuff that needs like an air tag on them. Like that's Nifty. And I felt that all the
Not
characters
Nifty needed an air
were
tag. That's
deep into
funny.
their own personalities. It's kind of how a misfits group because everybody is completely different in their own thing and they still end up kind of liking each other and being friends, which is what I liked about the Husk and Angel song because the point of it really is like you're a loser, but guess what, we're all losers, that's why we like each other, like we're all losers here. You're not like we're in hell, you're not the worst sad story here, and we all hate ourselves, like kind of like in that idea, because if you think about it, this is like in hell. And I really like out of all the
Hold up.
stories, I was really heartfelt for Angel, and his story kind of like really like hit me. But the way that Husk made him feel better, not by like, don't worry, it'll be better. It'll be like, get over yourself. Like, we're literally all in hell, and I have your back, and like, be you. He was basically like, be you. Like, you don't have to pretend to be someone else. Be like, a drug addict, sex person, because, you know, be yourself. We're in hell already. You might as well be yourself because we're all losers here.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I do think that this was like a very well, the casting director for this show hit the nail on the head. I don't think I've seen a show so well put together, and everything just like works so beautifully together. Like, it's very rare for me to see a show and I think, oh, every little bit and piece, every little nook and cranny in this show fits. The songs, they fit. Now, mind you, my cousin is gay. He loves musicals. I don't mind a good musical here or there because I don't mind them. But to have almost like this Steven Universe type feel, but more for like an adult audience, is a little bit weird, but it works. Maybe because I saw Steven Universe that I tolerated the music in here, but the music was actually really good. I think it's the loser song, and then there's one that's like, is if hell is forever, and I think there's like one more song. Everything besides that, I just didn't care. Like, I was like, okay, cool, you're using the song to move the plot along, but it's nothing. It does not tickle my fancy, shall we say. So the whole point of Hazbin Hotel is the rehabilitation that Madvik had literally just said earlier, right? So Charlie is like, oh, I want to rehabilitate all these demons that are here. And she makes this hotel, right? The goal is to get these demons to turn into angels so they can go and be up in heaven. Which is great. It's a great cause. It's a great ideology. But
we all know that's not gonna work. I'm just going.
In theory,
right there.
In theory, though, it has, because like when you really look at it, Serpentius, which, spoilers if you haven't seen the show yet, it's been out for a minute. Poppy becomes an angel at the end. Let it be that he was bad at being bad. Let it be that he had confessed his love right at the very end, or the fact that he was self-sacrificing himself to try and help his family, shall we say. And right at the end, it's like, hi, I shouldn't be here, but I am. And I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be a crazy season 2. And only doing 8 episodes, I think, is even wilder. Because even like a short-lived anime is 12 episodes. So I'm like, damn.
But actually, more animes are becoming more and more popular to have only 8 to 10 episodes. Especially more animes filmed here. Like more like American anime, I would say. But I also agree. I think it's going to be a really good second season. But I thought it was funny. It did not actually catch my attention until the second episode. I watched the first episode. I don't even remember what happened that much. And I just gave up on it, and then I watched it on the second day because it didn't really grasp me on that first episode. But overall, I also agree. Like, I think it was also really good, but it took me definitely a little while. Like, it wasn't right away.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched it because I was like, you know what? I've been hearing some rave reviews from this. Let me go and look at it, and it just. Alistair was the reason why I kept on going back. Alistair was the reason. It wasn't Charlie. And I'm not talking shit about the voice actress. I think everyone did a great job. No one annoyed me to the point of like, I really hate seeing you on this screen. It was like, oh, like, you know, her voice isn't my style, but to fit the personality, which is very bubbly, very like, you know, uplifting. I obviously approved because I watched the entire show and I view it very highly. But it was just like Black Butler and Sebastian. I'm keeping on going back because I want to see Alistair. I want to see what kind of nasty tricks he has up his sleeve, and to see like what other mischief is happening. Right, to know that Angel Dust has like gone through a lot of trial and tribulation. He's just emotionally scarred that he doesn't know how to let people in. It's the fact that other people are like, no, dude, you should like be a little bit more chill or be like, you know, be more free. So. Yeah, I didn't hate anyone at all from this show, which is very rare. Because me and my girlfriend were watching what is the show? I think it's like, oh, my seventh reincarnation or something like this. So this girl can live up to like 5 more years from whatever her age is, and she can live her life however she pleases. And then somehow she ends up in a war, and then she dies. So she's lived 6 different lives. So she's lived collectively 30 years with all these experiences. And then on the seventh time, she's like, nah, like every time I go through this way, let me go through this way instead. Lo and behold, she runs into the guy that's like killed her basically every single time. And it's like now she's having a life with him. And hopefully she can stop him from going into an all out war. But because we're watching it in Portuguese, everyone's voice annoys me. Like the female lead, I don't mind her because like her voice is like relatively subtle. It's not too aggressive. The guy that's now her like husband, he kind of annoys me. But and then he has a little brother, and I'm like, I'm done with the little brother. And then I ended up loving the little brother. I was like, I hate the older brother. The older brother is shit. I don't want to hear him anymore. I just can't. Can the dude that's playing his younger brother play him instead? Because I would prefer. I want to come back to listen to the like 6 year difference younger brother than the older brother. Now, mind you, she is currently watching the show by herself. So when I go and watch it later, I don't have to worry of like, oh, what's happening? Well, you watch it. You tell me. Sorry, it's going back to the sorry for like the little rant, but it's going back to the casting director. Like she knows what she's doing. I feel like she could do more. Like they do more work or more projects, especially like almost transitioning to Hell of a Boss, where Hell of a Boss does like an episode a month. Sorry, an episode every like few months, and the episodes are like less than 20 minutes. Like, I'll rewatch it. Don't get me wrong. I have rewatched it, actually. Because I was going to make a very in-depth YouTube video. An extremely in-depth YouTube video. And, like, go into some of the fan theories. And I don't know. I feel like we could get more instead of just 8. But being the only person juggling the 2 shows, I think that she's doing a fantastic job. But what are your guys' thoughts and opinions on anything that we haven't talked about for Hazbin Hotel?
Sage?
My boy, are you sleeping?
Well, what I was gonna say is, I was trying to look a little bit into because I like to see videos too, like before, like videos about the show before talking much about it. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, someone was saying that it felt also like too much, like they were trying to put too much story in each episode, like trying to show all the characters too much. And I feel like I kind of like that. I feel like I don't know it. I think it's because maybe the ADHD, but I like how they were like they didn't leave any characters behind. They had definitely a little bit of everybody. The only person I feel like they didn't talk much was Nifty, which I also feel like fits her character because she is kind of like kind of when you're in a group of friends, she's basically your little weirder ADHD friend that will just randomly say something out of pocket. So like you don't mind her anymore. You still love her and you'll still care for her, like how she starts running off drunk and Angel takes care of her. But they just know she says like some out of pocket stuff and she's just her. Um I did I was very surprised too that I liked it because of the musical part. I don't per se like musicals, but I really like the songs. I They were because they were all original songs. They made the
Yeah.
songs for the anime and also for the conversations and how they made it flow still like so well. I absolutely loved it. Um, I was very surprised on that part. Um, Alistair and Angel are definitely my two favorites. I loved Alistair's character. Um, I do hope to hear more from him because like I got very, very curious very, very fast because he makes deals. Like, he is the big and all powerful, how, like, he has all that, like, power to back him up from his past, but, like, he disappeared. And now he has, like, something on him. Like, someone has leverage on him. Like, let's put it that way.
Yeah, no,
And
he's definitely in a contract. So there is a hierarchy to hell and whatnot.
Speaking of hell, speaking of Hazbin Hotel, nice rehabilitation. Do I think that character deserved to come back to heaven? No, he's a snake. Let's be honest. But it's all right. Story development that I did not get to fully see. However, it was pretty much spoiled because again, I had to go to Katsucon, so I couldn't be lacking like that. All right. Now, judging from what I've seen, especially towards the end, the conversations with the musical style, perfect. Okay, like, hey, your father is Satan. He clearly said, hey, don't trust these niggas. Let's be honest here. Because the same people who are coming to do this exorcism are the same people that I tried to trick. Now, luckily, God has forgiven them for their sin by making them exorcists to us demons. However, they're still not to be trusted. Also, one of them is your mother, if I'm not mistaken, and your best friend, she's two-faced as fuck, but she's trying to throw away the past like it ain't never happened, right? The one with the, no, my bad, not the best friend, the girlfriend, right? The one with the little eye patch and the X. Oh, yeah, you see, I might not have watched it, but the spoilers and the understanding is definitely there. So, I had to come in like a smoke demon since we're in hell. Now, this is just a little appetizer because you see Hazbin Hotel is at the very like first or second ring of hell because we haven't even gone to the real side where Helluva Boss is at. Now, when we get there, I'm going to call up my man Blitz. No O. And we're going to
get the O is silent.
Exactly. We don't have to tell the people the O is silent because we killed the O. That's our job.
And Mazmita, like on your birth certificate, what does it say? So it's like you're removing something. It's like, oh, this is silent. Seeing how we've transitioned into Helluva Boss. This show is wild.
Listen, I know
hold on. Every ounce of it. Hazbin Hotel is tame in comparison.
Again, what ring of hell are you on? Hazbin Hotel is 1 or 2. I'm taking you to 9, sir. Let's go meet the devil himself in his true form. Come on, take a trip. Shake my hand. Shake a poor sinner's hand. Let's get on this ride. Let's go. Nah, Vic, where you at? Don't get muted now. It's too late.
Won't you shake a poor sinner's hands? Yes. Are you ready? To this day, I have not seen Princess and the Frog. To this day, I haven't seen it. I need to.
That's a different issue that we'll address in a moment. In just a sec. Okay.
I'm back. I'm not even gonna lie, I was eating.
That's fine. That's fine. Guess what? You ready? But
I also actually agree.
We getting on the train.
I haven't seen Helluva Boss yet. I do want to start. I'm probably gonna start right after when we finish here. But I do agree. I feel like I thought it was gonna be something like a little touchy to say, but like heaven is forever and hell is forever. So like I also don't. It's not that I don't believe in rehabilitation, but also it's kind of giving also. It's hard to explain because it's not like I would know. Like I'm living my life now. It's not like I know guaranteed that like I'll have a second chance, but also it spreads that like that idea that I'll just get a second chance, in the future. But like you really don't.
Motherfucker, now you show your face.
I find it very critical.
I'll beat the shit out you later.
How, to forgive, like when you go and there's even the meeting in heaven. First of all, Adam is a full-on asshole. His ego is probably the size of like heaven and hell together. Like
I
his
thought you
ego
were gonna
is
go
massive.
somewhere else. I thought you were gonna take
I
a
know.
very
I was
hard
thinking about it, but I
left.
was like, let me not go there.
You better
Let me
swing. You better duck left because I'm swinging right or whatever it is.
Yeah, no, his ego is enormous. And also I find that it comes from him thinking that like, oh, I'm the first man, like I am this big boss. And then when Lucifer comes in like, oh yeah, no, your first wife didn't like you and your second wife didn't like you either. They chose me. And he got pissed. And I was like, yeah, tone it down. But I find it very hypocritical because when you see in that meeting, you see how like some of those angels that became exorcists just as basically an excuse to forgive them for literally being horrible angels because they're literally killing whether people are in hell or not, whether they were sinners in their past lives or not. You're preaching that heaven is this and heaven is that. That's why the little other seraphim says, I forgot her name, the little one, the younger sister, she was like, how can I preach all this happiness when I know this is happening? Yeah, because it's hypocritical. Because the same way I can't just say it's hypocritical for people to want a second chance when angels are preaching blessed life and choosing the right things. And now that they're here in their second life, they're just killing other people and doing the things that they say will, that if you do will get you in hell, but they're in heaven. So that's why I find that even though, having a second chance after you're in hell is kind of like, you know, kind of just like slapping a band-aid on something you already did and you already been fated for. It's also hypocritical of hell to be doing those things. So I was like, I find it very fair because he sacrificed his life. And that's why Cherry Bomb is very important because I don't think like he probably would have done something, but he did it for her. He did it because he's a simp. And he was simp from day one. Like from the literally second he saw her, he was like, "Oh, my enemy, let me fix my hair. My enemy, what are you doing here? Do I look good?" Like literally from the first second, I knew he was into her. He's this full on simp. He liked her from literally before, and she's that like you know she's kind of that theory that like you have a bad boss like black cat of a woman and then you have a golden retriever and he's the golden retriever.
Mhm. Not
And that's
Adam
why I
being
kind
the
of liked
golden
her
retriever. That's
because she was
hilarious.
like that, yeah. But no, Adam is full on. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay, yeah. So Sage was a little bit off earlier. He's like, yeah, there's nine layers. No, in this universe, there's 7.
No, there are 7. That's what I was saying.
Oh, you
Well,
said 7. My bad. I heard 9.
yeah.
Um,
No, I said I gotta keep one on me, like I'm carrying a 9, whether it's
oh, my
physical or
bad.
verbal. You know,
Um, yeah, 7 rings. So pride, sky is permanently red. Lust, sky is blue, which I don't understand that. But I'm
the
just let it
rings of
be.
hell are based upon the 7
The
seven
7
deadly
deadly
sins.
sins. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what the other places are. The
Where can you watch Hell of a Boss?
YouTube.
Helluva Boss is
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTube.
Listen,
I was
listen.
watching on Amazon.
No.
Say the word. Say the
No,
word.
no. We're not going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship swimming through the sky, little Einsteins, right? Yeah, you just type in "hell of a boss," and then it pops up. So it's actually for free. You don't need like an Amazon subscription or whatever. It's just there on YouTube. Some of the videos you can clearly tell they are a little bit older, just like how time goes on in production. And they're actually supposed to release an episode, I think within the next like week or so, sometime in like May or June, that they're supposed to release the next episode. Because season 2, instead of it being like 8 or 9 episodes, it's actually split into 2 halves. So we get up until episode 8, and then we get the mid-season finale, and so that's like the halfway point. Which is where I think, hey, or where I said earlier, like they could try and do more or whatever it is. If it's sourcing, like if it's financing, I'd rather them take their time and do it that way. But and I know Sage is very heavy with this conversation, but I feel like if there's too much of a gap, we get the same thing that happened to Ruby. and I don't want that to happen to Helluva Boss. So, Sage, you know what's going on with Ruby and the whole Rooster Teeth thing, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's not what
I was about to say you better be. So, to those of you that don't know, mainly Mad Vic, and to those of you that are like, dude, what is this Ruby in which you speak of? So, it's Ruby RWBY, started by Rooster Teeth, web series. Like, they've done, what is it? Red vs. Blue, Ruby, and then I think it's Genlock that they've also done. They were under the production studio of Rooster Teeth. Basically, like a lot of mishandling of funds for like a lot of reasons. They actually just closed their studio this past weekend. The weekend of the weekend that ends with 5/12/5/11, however you see the weekend ending. The weekend of Mother's Day, basically, because they just can't do it anymore. They decided to, instead of just sticking with old 2D style, they switched it to 3D, and apparently every minute of animation costs roughly $30,000, which is why it's up on Crunchyroll, because they had entered into a partnership. Warner Brothers doesn't want to continue this partnership with them, and so they're trying to like get rid of the project. However, for some bizarre reason, Death Battle is staying, but they're just not going to be making a video for a while as they try and secure funding and someone else to own them, basically, so they can go and do what they like to do.
All right, Sage Squad. Those not a part of the Sage Squad, but you still seeing this message. It's important. All right. I know you get tired playing the game, especially on Unite. I always say get high off of potions. All right, special item right there. Give you a little bit more life. Give you a little bit more energy, right? Bam, close combat into this W right here, all right? That's what I'm talking about. Get the W with W. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Use my code. It's going to pop up somewhere. Not sure where. But you're going to use that code, get 10% off your next order. The caffeine, all right? And it's not just that alone. It also comes with great vitamins on the inside. So if you do want to use this as pre-workout, because we know you like going to the gym, don't you sit here and lie, okay? Me as a Lucario main, I know we like to fight. So that means we got to stay ready. We got to pump that iron. You know what I'm saying? Purchase WD. Code SAGE EJ.
So, Helluva Boss, the characters Butto, Moxie, Millie, Luna, and Stolas. So, Hierarchy of Hell is obviously going to be our big boy Lucifer, all the overlords, and then the creatures that are just beneath them, if I'm doing this correctly, is going to be the Goetia, which are these like animal type beings. And they all like have a specific duty. They all have to do a specific thing. Stolas, he's an owl, and he's just really horny. I'm sorry. It's the amount of debauchery that this man says that it makes me so uncomfortable. And I'm not like, I keep on going for Helluva Boss for like actually all the characters, because I think again this is another one where it's like it's a perfect mix of everyone. But like Stolas, he's the one person I'm like, if I could just like get you and throw you over the bridge, I would. Like very respectfully, because I think it's like episode 2 or 3 where there he is with his daughter, right? She's having breakfast, and he's like, oh, why don't we go to like the amusement park that you loved when you were a kid, to like, reconnect with his daughter, because his marriage is falling apart because, she can't tickle his fancy. And he calls Blitz, and he's like, oh, I'd love for you to, and like he says the most out of pocket thing. I'm like, dude, your daughter, she's 10 feet away from you. What are we doing here?
It don't matter.
I don't.
It don't matter.
You can say it doesn't matter, but to me it does, because if I'm within 5 feet and I'm like, oh, I'd love to just
like Hell already is very not PG-13, like she's already born, like raised, like for a
In
long
theory,
time. So
she's
that's
14 years old. It's like she's 14 or 16, something like that. His
You know-
only no, that's not his only child. Is it his only child?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
It is.
we're
That's
gonna
why I
talk
don't
about
really.
it again after it.
I
Watch
mean,
it.
I feel like I have to.
I feel like
Okay,
we
yeah,
about
no. Yes, you're right. So Stella, his wife, that can't tickle his fancy. Octavia, his daughter, and then his father, which is like the shape shifting. I guess he'd be an overlord, I guess, at that point in time or whatnot. And then you
Yes.
have his brother-in-law, which is Octavia's brother, and then he, via the wiki, he has a numerous amount of unnamed siblings. So yes, his Octavia is his only daughter, but like the fact that Broski went and said some of the most out of pocket thing, even the dude that is like his sneaky link was like, dude, and his daughter's like, dad, and I'm like, damn, it was like a three-way. Why are we?
Can I say something real quick? It builds character, and
I don't
here's
wanna
why it
pull.
builds character.
No.
I'm speaking from experience, okay? Do you know how many times I've tried not embarrassing myself, or before I could even go smack, and my father would say some wild out of pocket shit? It builds character, promise you. Now, going ahead and pass the sticks over to the demon over here, because I've been waiting to smoke this pack right here. Okay, it's nice and rolled up, featuring the keychain that I got from Senpai Lavatron.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I'm
just a
saying?
hentai on it.
Exactly. That's why I was going like here.
That's
so you would've
that's
had
why you
to
were like
explain.
breathing it in. I was like, why are you just like snorting that real quickly?
Listen, I was trying to help you out because you were like, I don't want to even go into it. That's why I was like, hey, here you go. I even had the whole sign card. Didn't even pick it up. It's all right. Just go ahead and pass the sticks over. You know.
All right, getting away from the horny owl, right? The horny bird from I think it's like Little Nicky or something like that. I'll show you what a horny bird is. Well, y'all don't even know what Little Nicky is. All right, so Blitzo owned Blitzo, Moxie, and Millie, they are all imps, right?
Why do
The
you
bottom
keep
of the
calling
totem
my
pole.
man
Hold on.
Blitzo?
Because that's his name and that's what I read. Give me a
No,
second.
it's Blitz. It's Blitz.
Well, Blitzo is traumatized from his carnival days. But Blitz, Moxie, and Millie are all imps, bottom of the totem pole in the society. Blitz, for some reason, was able to adopt the Hellhound Luna, so it's his technical daughter. She's like, I don't know how old canonically is Luna supposed to be, because I feel like
So
he
Luna
adopted her
is-
when she was 17, about to turn 18. Oh, she's 22. Okay.
Yeah, now here's the thing. The adoption process is literally the same as any other animal. She's a dog. You can buy a wolf and have it as a pet. They did the same thing in hell, and that's his daughter. She's just not a dumb bitch.
No, she's actually very smart, very resourceful.
Exactly.
Like I think out of the entire crew, she's like the most resourceful person.
Whoa. We do not disrespect the goddess Millie in my presence.
Okay,
like this.
okay. She is that version of Nifty basically, but with a little bit more conscience. Just like 5% more that's it. Because I don't want to spoil too much. But
Don't worry, that's what I'm here for.
Well, like Moxie and Blitz get trapped in the human world for a second because they were being reckless and without disguises. And Luna's like, "Wait, you guys can't disguise yourself?" And they're like, "You can." She like does it right in front of them. She's like, "Yeah." Why can't you guys? Well, it's because they're imps, bottom of the totem pole. They probably don't have that kind of ability. But yeah, so Millie and Luna go back into the human world to try and grab Blitz and Moxie. And they just like, they went from 0 to 10,000 very quickly. And it's like, oh, they're being held here. Okay, cool. Throw me up in this vent. Opens a door. And then it's like Bloody Mary. It's like the red room, the red wedding. A lot of death. A lot of death happens very quickly. I was like, oh. I mean, I knew what to expect episode like 4 or 5 in, but I was like, oh, this is and she's carrying this hatchet, this axe, right? Now, mind you, Moxie is like yay big, right? She's super tiny, right? In comparison to Luna, which Luna appears to be like a normal human height, right? So you're looking at like 5, let's just say 5'8" for simple math. Moxie is supposed to be like half her size, so less than 3 feet tall. And she is with this axe that the handle is as tall as Luna. And I'm like, that thing must be perfectly balanced as all things should be, because I just can't. And then she just swings it so effortlessly. And I'm like, with what demon do you have this strength? Because I just don't know how I could swing that thing around with such accuracy. But no, Millie is one of my favorites, right next to Luna. And then Stolas. It kind of reminds me of Sebastian, right? But a little bit hornier. Because I'm just a butler. And I'm like,
I'm definitely like this.
Well, Stolas is just so horny. I'm like, I just can't, like, moments. He's like, well, I'd love you to, like, bleep my... I'm like, bruh. Sorry, I'm still hung up on that. I literally binged both shows. I binged Helluva Boss and then Hazbin Hotel. And then, like, 2 days later, I went to Anime Boston and I got Christina V's signature out. And mind you, she has an IMDb. You got to scroll her IMDb page. Aggressively scroll, because she's done like 500-600 things. I'm like, girl, do you not stop? And then I'm like, do you not, like, I'm literally scrolling, do you not stop? And then it's continuous. I'm like, goddamn girl, you don't stop. And then finally, boom, right at the end, oh, Christina V. I was like, what? Good, because I saw you and I was like, ooh, her, I love the energy. Come to find out, like, she has a wide range, which is why she doesn't stop. I was like, that makes sense. You're not a one-trick pony that just has, like, the same one voice. Like, no, you can throw your voice high, throw it low. You can make it soft. You can make it aggressive. She's the, if you've seen Seven Deadly Sins, she's the pig. Hog, yeah.
I love it.
I mean, overall, with, like, you know, we're just following these people on a mission to kill someone. That's literally it. Or Stolas is just being really horny because his wife can't do it for him, and honestly, she seems like a prude anyways. I rest my case.
All right. Now that he's done, welcome to hell. You know, he pretty much gave the insight, but really focused on the Goisha family. And while, you know, we got to acknowledge the overlords and whatnot, let's be honest here. Hold on. Let's be honest here. All right. That don't matter.
So we start off, right? Beautiful day. It's this teacher. She teaches like first or second grade, something like that, right? Very colorful, very lively. And she's like, oh my God, like this blonde hair, blue eyes, like Nazi Germany type shit. And then she's like, oh my God, yeah. And then one of the kids like, and it's your husband's birthday. And she's like, oh my God.
Hold on. Well, before we even get to that, mind you, we have the signature bad kid that every classroom has. And he went to the corner.
Mira, I didn't care about the bad kid. He served no purpose to me. Because I don't remember there being a bad kid. I just remember that they're singing along like it's Looney Tunes and shit, and then they're like, "Oh, and it's also your husband's birthday," and she's like,
Pause.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a wonderful day. All the children, they come in. Apparently, it was the bad kid's birthday, and he got the little party hat on and whatnot. I don't smoke, but we gonna say this the pack right now because it's about to get hot. So then it's like, oh, it's your husband's birthday. She's panicking. It's like, oh my God, children, I forgot. It's my husband's birthday. Now, mind you, she calls the children, not just children. God damn. She calls the children her children because it's like, oh, I didn't give birth to you, but I'm going to treat you like you mine, right? So pretty much like, oh, hey, the children now recommend, oh, let's do a video call to say happy birthday to, you know, be like, oh, that's their dad, right? Nah, they turn on the video call and he going in raw.
And also the added
Like
unnecessary.
hold on, you're like
drama.
it's literally like pop 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 pop. Oh my god, yeah! And I'm like, wait, the kids are seeing. And she's like, children, remember to always like be good, do good. I was like, she saw red, but like as she was seeing red, she's like, you're the future of America.
Whoa,
Be good, do good, do no harm. But teacher,
hold
be good, do no harm. And then she goes and like.
Well, you
kills him
open.
and then kills her.
Hold on. Wait, he not just going in raw with no law. All right, he almost put it in the wrong hole in front of the kids. He ain't pay attention in school, none of that. So now she's like, The children even tried to stop her. Okay, kids in the corner. You remember him? Yeah, he was like, oh my god, I'm scared for my life. One kid gets thrown through the fucking ceiling for trying to stop her. She then drives out and doesn't even go straight. She hits the fucking half right. Okay? The half right. We gonna use the military terminology because it was a fucking half right in a fucking car. Zooms off, gets into the house, pulls out the chainsaws. Oh my god, what have I done in front of my children? I'm sorry. And then shoots herself. Now, surprisingly, the bitch that was assisting in the adultery, she ends up making it out. And we find out she's
in Portuguese we call that what is it, Dono Chifra or whatever like that?
She's a fucking whore. Okay? She's getting fucked by the mailman, her new baby daddy. She done started a whole new family after she wrecked a future one in the groundbreaking stage. Traumatized the children. Okay, the little boy that I made mention of constantly in the corner, he's sitting here like, oh my god, because he just sees the blood splat all over the screen. All right, all the other children, they faint out of shock just for seeing it happen. Yeah, so that's how we get there. Then she calls up Blitz and it's like, I need you to do this hit because she's still living here, having an amazing life. Now we gonna get to the other part. So Shawty still living. She survived the bullet wounds, gets a nice surgery, ends up looking like what's her name from? We're gonna call her the Aphrodite from fucking Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Ain't no way you just did a memory unlock for me because I completely forgot about that. You're like, yeah, Aphrodite. I'm like, I mean, that's not helpful because Aphrodite is like the name of like it's a Greek god, and you're like, nah, the one for Billy and Mandy. I'm thinking like, yo, huge ass titties, the tiniest of waist, like at a 3-inch waist, and huge ass.
That's just episode 1. Now we gonna jump into later on. All right, we meet Moxie. You know, I admit I'm a Moxie type of dude. However, I'm also a little bit fucked up. How fucked up? We're not gonna go into that because that's a whole different story. However, Millie is waifu. She's baby. All right, we don't disrespect the goddess. Luna, that's the child of Blitz. Adopted or not through fucking pet animal services. Amazing. All right. Now, she got hoed. She really got hoed and her feelings fucked with, but that was character development. Okay. She can't compete with the sin of lust or greed. I forget which one it was. No, greed. Because we get the amazing song with Lady Gaga, if I'm not mistaken. Cotton candy. Cotton candy.
Are we talking about the one on? No,
my bad.
On
it's
Earth
it's
at the beach,
done
by Christina V.
Hold on. My bad. It's not Lady Gaga. My bad. It's the wonderful lady that made TikTok, and we're not talking about the app. We're talking about Kesha. How you get a fucking feature from Kesha, and she drop a whole banger? Okay. Search up Cotton Candy, Helluva Boss right now. We'll take a pause. We'll be right back after these messages Did you know you can sign up to be an Otaku podcast member today? Go to our website in our link tree and follow and support us.
Mira,
Right now, we're
it's
trying to
if you
elevate to the
don't
next level for branding and sponsorships. That way, we can bring you more podcasts on a consistent basis and help assist all members give back to the community, not only with amazing content, but also through future events. Sign up to be an Otaku Outsider today.
one, thank you for giving me more work. Two, bro skipped like half a season and some change because he's like, yeah, Kesha. I was like, excuse me, yeah, her thing is Queen Bee, not to be confused with Beyonce Queen Bee. Hold on one second.
Don't you ever say Beyonce.
No, because her thing is Queen Bee because it's honey, right? The honey is drug. Okay,
oh,
yeah,
no,
cool.
I know that, but you see, listen, Beyonce, I'ma just keep it a step. I ain't really
Don't
messing
do
with
it.
the
Don't do
whole...
it. Don't do it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, cool.
This
cool,
whole
cool.
Kendrick Lamar Drake beef be going wild, right? Sorry,
listen.
I didn't realize how much I'm yelling, but this whole Drake beef, it's a one verse a million at this point in time. At first, it was funny, it was cute. Now I'm concerned. Why? Because he turned and said, "Hey, yo, Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some beach." And you know what he did? He said, "Bet." BBL, BBL, Drizzy. Don't act like you don't know me. BB. I'm like, I can't go nowhere. I go to the gym. I see. I ain't gonna lie. I see my black homies, the ones that like are into rap, like modern day rap, and we just look at each other, and it's like a back and forth. I'm like BBL, and then they go BBL. Well, they don't put their hand up, but BBL, Drizzy. Yeah.
But you see, I ain't on that type of time right now because we gonna get through the rest of this synopsis for Helluva Boss, right? So let me just go on ahead and get serious real quick.
And then you hit it one more time.
Hold on, let me. I see dead people. So. It just had to be done.
I mean,
yes,
apparently Kendrick Lamar went and said, "Oh, I'm not." He said he's removing all like copyright claims because he wants to see what people are gonna say and do like on YouTube with all this like beef and shit. And I'm like,
this is still number one on trending after a full 7-day week. Now we're gonna get into this smoke because Helluva Boss is not only about just killing, right? It's about family. All right, Mox, he got a whole secret. All right, he come from the mafioso.
I know.
The gangsters.
Well, I mean, spoiler territory. Spoiler territory. So,
I can't pull a man like that. Okay.
No, you can, but like let it be known because like so Blitz is from the circus. Okay. Mox Mafia Millie is some like backwaters hillbilly shit. Luna obviously adopted Solus Guisha royalty.
We love our Millies out here. I'm just saying.
Short queens with temper tantrums. Mira, dude, just go get you a Latino. That's problem solved.
I tried getting me that. Now we're gonna have that conversation all
another time. Another time.
Yeah.
Oh, for those of us that loved what is it, Invader Zim, the same dude that went and voice act Invader Zim is also voice acting Moxie. If you've also seen, speaking of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, he voices Billy. Yeah, I was hearing the voice. I'm like, why does this sound so familiar? And then I saw a what's it called? I saw a video from the guy that does the voice of Blitz. I've known him on YouTube for a long time. I never followed him because his voice annoys me if I see too much of him in one go. Right? If I watch like 8 hours of him, I'm done. But like in 20-minute segments, I can take care of that. And apparently, I didn't know this until real recently because I actually saw an interview that he did where he's like, "Yeah, we the actors on the show, there are times where we get to write for the show." And he's like, "Yeah, I like there are shows where like, or there are episodes where you see more Blitz because that's the story that's taking place, the story for Blitz. And guess who wrote it? I did." I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. Now we're gonna talk about Mox before, because I feel like everybody deserves a full character drive the way how, you know, Solus got his. All right, so Mox, he coming from the background, he coming from the streets, but high up on the streets, so he knows the game. All right, that's why I said I relate to him. Now I ain't saying I'm gang affiliated, but you know, Uncle Sam's military is the best gang in the world, and I can stand on that shit. All right, I believe red, white, and blue. Now, with that being said, he leaves to go join and do the same shit because his ex-boyfriend, because he's bi. I don't know.
90% of the characters here are
muted.
No.
You're muted.
Oh, my bad. 90% of the characters in the show are bi. All the males. So Blitz, Moxie, Stolas, like you all see them be bi, but we have yet to see Millie or Luna be bi.
Yeah. So, you know, he's done dirty by their ex. By the
I thought you were gonna say he was done dirty by Dirty Dan, but that's okay.
Nah.
A missed
Dirty
opportunity.
Dan ain't even the word. It's the United X. Because remember, Millie and Mox are married. Yeah, I see the. Yeah.
Wait, didn't they both tap him at one point?
Exactly. That's why I said the United X. And then we gonna talk about why Millie is the best fucking wife you should ever have. Oh my goodness. So, Mox leaves, gets caught up in jail, serves his time, gets out, right? Next thing you know, boom. All of a sudden, it's wow. It says I disconnected. I'm not sure what's happening, so I'm just going to turn off my camera.
You good. Might just be on a lag, but you good.
No, my camera said they disconnected. Anyway, so boom, he serves his time. As Blitz makes his company, he's like, "Hey, this is the Black Bulls, essentially. Welcome to the team. You're a misfit. You know, same thing as Hazbin Hotel, but we gonna make it Black Clover style. We just gonna straight up kill people and make this money. All right, until we get on our feet, get a corporation, get that LLC. All right, the same way how niggas be talking about getting out of the hood, getting on that grind. That's literally what Blitz Company is about. All right, and the fact that everybody is on the same page to get the job done is crazy. Because when it gets down and serious, it is Ohana. It is family. All right. Now, we already heard the story about, you know, how Millie and Luna went to go save them at the beach against I forgot her name, over a damn parking spot, by the way. Bloody Mary happened on that beach because of a parking spot. So it's always important to not be an asshole, not just on the road, but wherever you're parking at. All right. Now, Millie, we're going to transition because, like I said, the United X, his name is like Lars or something, right? Pretty much a snake reptile thing that, of course, goes both ways. He hits both, has a relationship, does them both dirty and whatnot, right? So then Lars goes and finds Mox's old family and is like, "Hey, we're going to get married so I can get your money because I'm broke as shit. And my family's broke as shit." So then kidnaps him. His own family kidnaps him, right? Not Lars's family kidnapped Lars. Lars is the one that started the shit in the first place with the lie saying that he had all this bag. So unified families, you know, because one made man gives away his daughter to the made man, to the other made man's son, who's the gang leader or the next one in line, to make a super gangster Oh my God, you know what I'm saying, right? So that happens. Mox comes home because Mox's father makes a request to Blitz. Instead, escorts him to the house. Now, mind you, Blitz is like, "Hey, yo, this is good money. This is crazy. I'm not even sure why we even taking this because it seems suspicious. But we gonna take it because we need the money." Mox is like, "Hey, yo, we back to my side of town. Don't take me back here, please. Don't do this shit." Just to end up getting kidnapped by his own father for a marriage to lose money because of a lie. So then Millie finds out after she gets knocked out and separated from her husband, mind you, because they're married, and you're forcing this man to go get married to their unified ex. The amount of disrespect, yes, I know you're gonna have to drink that twisted tea. It really got serious, right? The rage that awoken within Millie at that moment made me realize that's what the fuck I need in a wife. All right. She said, "That's ass is my ass." At the end of it, okay? But she literally hopped in the car, took out the whip, beat everybody ass, not only in hand-to-hand combat, but was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just take some random shit. Y'all gonna jump me?" Okay, you seen Madara versus the 5 Kage and the Shinobi Alliance? That's what the fuck it was! That's
Like I've already told you today and through various conversations, because it doesn't seem to go away. What you want is a Latina, so best of luck with that in your endeavors. Best of luck not dying. So yeah, good luck, because that's what it sounds. If you don't want a Latina, find you a redhead, which that's a different conversation that you need to have with Jesus.
Listen. I've already had that conversation with Jesus. My parents have already told me we're expecting one of the two to happen. If not, Mr. Worldwide himself is gonna have a second coming. But we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, woo! That's why Millie is best wife. You should find somebody like her. Okay, the amount of loyalty and ass whooping that she can do. All right, so you don't have to really worry about is she gonna be okay before you get there. Next is Luna. We got the adopted daughter. She's like, I don't give a fuck, but she gets hold for character development. Like I said, because she sees the other dude at the beach, right? Because there's another werewolf, right? But we didn't know that werewolf's girlfriend was the top tier sin of greed queen bee. It's crazy. Yes, I'm dropping bars. Like, not only that, we got the dude that's like, hey, you kind of cool. So I'm praying for the queen bee's downfall. I'm just gonna be that hater and say it. All right, I pray for her downfall. Let there be a new queen. Luna deserves this. Go be happy. All right, now we got Octavia, the one divorce shot, which again I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to. You got divorced parents; they be going at it. All right. Well, I don't
no childhood drama. None.
But yeah, you know, it sucks. But you're seeing from both sides, and you're destined for greatness at the same time because you're literally bred for it, whether it's on purpose or not. You know that in due time, your role is to take your father's place, not your mother's. Even though you live with your mom, but even then, you're like, damn, she's just a bitch.
But mom, hold up! I'm looking at the IMDb right now, and that's because like I was just curious and I was looking for something else. Apparently, Millie is played by a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that, and it makes more sense. I like it. Amen.
Amen, indeed. I will let this go through.
I'm literally only going through it because I want to find who does the queen bee. Oh, the AT&T lady's in this as well. But it just says the AT&T lady. Mara, no, or is that someone else? My bad.
The one
nope. Matilda, my bad. Matilda's in this.
Oh, I was about to say, hold on, wait a second. So now, boom, we done covered almost the whole crew at this point. I believe I'm missing somebody else. Because I know it's the main four. We got the United ex-boyfriend. We got the irrelevant bitch, right? And then we got Stolas and Octavia. The rest of the Goisha family, they're gonna try and make a presence, right? We got Blitz's background, which is, hey, the circus. They try spinning back on him. He's like, bruh, how is it that you got a whole elite team? I got some randos from off the streets, and they better than you. All right, we done killed angels. We done killed people. It don't matter. Don't come and fuck with us. Because if you literally the same way how they said in Hazbin Hotel, I'm not sure if it was Lucifer himself or was it it was Lucifer that was like, okay, it's time to no, not it's time. I'm thinking of Vincent.
It is time.
You're about to get fucked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're still muted, bro.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I'm just muting myself because I turned on the fan in my room to have it like blow out air, and sometimes like it's really loud. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna mute myself here and there. What did Christina V sign my thing with again?
So, yeah, I mean, all of that all together, while he finds that photo or poster,
Her thing says "Game on, bitch."
yeah, exactly. Right? Pretty much all of that crazy chaos together in an anarchist society that we call hell. It's just amazing to watch pastime wise. You don't have to be high because I don't smoke. I do drink though. But regardless, it's funny as shit to watch, and I highly recommend. I'm giving it a good 10 out of 10. Does it sound biased as fuck? Kind of, but it's really a 10 out of 10. I promise you. All right, Rick and Morty is like a 8 out of 10. But then when you actually focus on the story, then it becomes the 10 out of 10. No, Helluva Boss does that 10 out of 10 shit the same way how they did for Hazbin Hotel, except for they took it from a PG standpoint of let's somewhat teach the children and teenagers about the Bible. No, this is for the teenagers and adults that want that raw, uncut, wild shit at night. All right, the same way how they clicked on that video and terrorized the children. I mean, not terrorized, but traumatized the children, not only with the raw sex scene, but then the killing on top of that. It was like, nah, we about to make this money real quick. Okay, same way how Ruby did it with the action scenes. They were like, we know what this generation wants. They want action. They want good scenes. They want it to be nice and juicy. All right, we got a whole plate. We need extra protein. This bitch need to be thicker than Thickums herself. And that's how I'm going in my spill.
I mean, you gotta wait a while, but I mean, if we can get more episodes of Helluva Boss in the meantime, I think it's a win-win. And I think overall, this is good. This is nice. We need more of this. Yeah, I think the executive producer should try and get some more people to help her. So that way we can have more shows, more episodes. But I feel like having her just take the reins of everything is also where the cohesion stays. Because Vic, I'm like 80% sure that you haven't seen Ruby yet. But like in the very early stages of Ruby, it's all done by like one person, basically. And after that person died, the story crumbled almost altogether. Apparently, the original end of the show was supposed to be at Volume 3 with a tragic character death, and there was going to be no resolution. It was just going to be like, oh, the world went into chaos, basically. But because the dude died, and well, roughly, very, very vaguely, just for
why?
No, just very vaguely, very vaguely.
Oh, okay.
Because once he died, like the cohesion in the story, it literally fell to the ground, and there was no cohesion anymore in the story, which is why I'm kind of hesitant to ask or want for more, because I feel like just having one person do it, we have cohesion, we have everything that works very well, and we have something that people want to consume again and again. I don't normally watch shows and then repeat watch the show. I've already done that to Helluva Boss. I'm gonna do it again because it's that good of a show. Obviously, Matt Vic, you're gonna tell us later after you see, be like, "Nah, I liked it. I loved it. I wanted more. I need more." But with that being said, I ain't got nothing else to say. I ain't got nothing else to do.
I definitely am gonna like it because I, while I was muted, my stepsister just got home, so if you can hear something, I was actually watching a couple of the pilot episode, and I already like it. I like it a lot. It's very I already liked it because that's I felt like the difference from the Hazbin Hotel. From this, like it's very entertaining. The pilot episode, which it really creates a really good comfort series. Whether because a comfort series is not the content. Like I love The Office and Brooklyn 99. I've watched each at least 10 times, and this creates a good comfort series because I haven't watched that many episodes, but I like when also because when you create a series that is just one big story, that is more like something you watch once, you maybe watch twice. But when you have a big idea and separate like individual stories kind of like that connect to each other per episode, that's what you get a comfort series. Something that you can just see like, what do I want to watch today? And I'll just like pop it on and like put whatever random episode because you know the content, you know the story, so you can randomly watch episodes. So I feel like I'm definitely gonna like it a lot. I was already watching like 7 minutes just so I could have a little. I wanted to say something at least about it because I didn't watch it, but I wanted to say a little something about it, and I definitely already like it. He gives me already some that like in your personal space Michael Scott vibes that I already like. And I think it's so funny already.
Yeah, sounds about right. If we have no other words of wisdom for the peoples, I'm gonna hop off because I gotta unplug and clean my PC very thoroughly again, which is annoying because it was a 2-hour process last time, but this time I know where the screws are, so I can go faster.
I would say that I just wanted to circle back to what you said before about like how it's kind of an adult anime, which I really like because if you think about it really, I think most animes are for adults. They're just a lot of them are kid friendly. Because if you think about it, even like action animes come from like a lot of violence and blood and like killing and like really even if it's little things because if you think about it for an adult
Have you seen Goblin Slayer?
Have I seen what?
Goblin Slayer.
Oh no, I thought you said something else.
Don't watch it.
No, but like even if there's only little things, because for an adult you're like, oh, this is a light anime. It's kind of like it doesn't have that much. It still doesn't mean it's kid friendly. They're very adult entertaining wise, and which is what I like about it that it's becoming more something popular. It's becoming more thing that people watch on the regular because it's really good. It's not just because it's animated that it's for kids. It's way better than even like live actions, like movies, not like live actions of animes, but like regular movies because in the world of animation, you can create anything. You can make anything. You can like, you don't need the constraints of special effects and whatever you can possibly do with that. And it still doesn't look as realistic. In an anime, even though it's drawn out and it's really not real people, it still feels real because it feels natural. So I like that, and it's also very entertaining. But that's the one thing that I wanted to mention, I guess. But I'm excited to watch it as soon as I'm probably gonna spend all night watching this because I don't work tomorrow.
Sage, any final words before we hop off?
Well, she understands what the trial is. I can tell you that.
Doing homework last minute.
Did you say the trial?
Well, you just said it. Pretty much watch all of Helluva Boss. Yeah, and then come back to me with that Cotton Candy song. Because it's amazing.
Cotton Candy's towards like the end of
Yeah,
season
no,
1.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. It's I'm gonna start watching it. I'm gonna go back on the first episode, and I'm gonna watch everything. And I definitely can tell that I'm already gonna like it for sure. I already like the voice acting, and it's very. There's a specific word, like when you have that one series that like you always go, oh, comfort series. Like it's very like, you know, I already like it a lot. And also, before we left, I want to say, thank you guys for having me here. It's the first episode. I didn't watch Helluva Boss, but I'll definitely make sure to have more opinions for next time too. Because normally, I feel like this is not really how an actual conversation. When I do have a lot of opinion goes like nose, like I'll like go off and like not stop talking until like all the opinions are out. But I really liked how this episode went so far.